To introduce myself, my name is Emmett Hill. I've been at Chadwick for 5 years now. I moved here in 2020. I'm currently a senior in the IB-DP program, and I am a captain of the cross-country and track and field teams here at Chadwick. And my main hobby is running, and I really enjoy doing that in my free time, both as for sport and for enjoyment. My favorite part of being a student at CI, I think, is being able to contribute to my community, both in big and small ways, because at Chadwick we have a very unique opportunity because we have relatively small class sizes, and there's a lot of opportunities to interact with people at the school in different ways. One specific thing that stood out to me in this year, during senior year, is around the beginning of my senior year here, our principal, Ms. Shaffer, reached out to me and asked me to participate as the student representative on the assistant principal hiring committee. So this I got a lot of this was a great opportunity for me. I was not only able to learn about the hiring process, I also got to make a feasible impact on my community. I got to, in the end, be one of the final votes in deciding who would be the assistant principal at our school. But like I mentioned before, I was able to work very closely with the other members of the hiring committee, all of which were teachers, or they were all teachers or staff at Chadwick. So I became really close with them and learned a lot about hiring and jobs. I felt what it was like to review resumes and to interview people. I think I learned a lot of skills that are going to help me when I'm applying for a job. You know, what to do for my resume, how to be in interviews well. And so I think that was probably, over my time at Chadwick, that's one of the most important, but even small things such as clubs and councils and athletics. You know, if you have the will at Chadwick, you can really drive that. You can act on that, and you can really make a big impact on the community. I think you can see that with many students at the school. I've really taken the role of captain seriously for this track and field season because I've been a captain since grade 10 in both these sports. This year, you know, was in an accident early this year, so I got injured, so I haven't been able to run very much. So I've been focused a lot on helping the members of our team, especially the younger members who are really new. Because this year about 50% of our team is grade 9s. So we have very young, and because they're so young, they're inexperienced. And so I've taken the role of, you know, training these and making sure they all feel comfortable and safe in our family, in our cross-country track and field family, because that's what really helped me when I was new to upper school. And so I feel like it's my way to give back to the community that helped me so much throughout my time at Chadwick. And so not only do I just like running itself, you know, I run almost every single day, but it's mostly the community that running builds that has been really, really special to me. And that's been, I think, why it's my favorite thing I've done at Chadwick and something I'll remember for the rest of my life. I think the ideal school for me would be a school that's less focused on grades and more focused on learning. I think nowadays, every single school right now, every high school, very focused on grades, test scores, you know, SAT, you know, did I get a 7 for this subject, you know, my IB scores. There's so much stress on that, and I think it really takes away from the learning that should be done in high school. I think that high school, we're all growing and learning about ourselves, so I feel like the ideal school for me would be one where everyone can try new things and discover their passions and their strengths and weaknesses, and a safe place where making mistakes feels easy to do and safe to do. Because sometimes I know what I felt in DP, especially, that if I made a mistake, it's like end of the world, worst case scenario. But I feel like that for me, I wish school was more of a place where we could just learn and grow and not have to be so focused on these test scores. And I get that they're a way to show one's learning, but I don't think it accurately shows everyone's learning. I think people show that in different ways. I think an ideal school would have, you know, personalized help for certain students and be a place where everyone feels safe to go and safe to grow, because I think that if we're all just memorizing facts or equations and just regurgitating them on the test, we're not really learning anything, especially about ourselves. But if there's less focus on getting the perfect score, maybe we'll learn more about how we learn and what's the study method best for us, instead of just short-term memorization, or, you know, what we're really interested in. So because nowadays it feels like there's a few career choices that are the right choices, and that it's hard to follow your passion nowadays. I think that's what I would be for me. I think a school where everyone could just learn how to learn and to make mistakes and grow as a result.